What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your full body warm-up routine. I know we don't like warming up. We want to get to the main event. We want to just get to the workout already. But warming up is important not only from a physical standpoint to warm up your tissues to reduce your risk of injury, but also from a psychological standpoint to make sure that your mind is primed for the workout ahead. Our thoughts are not wandering. Our thoughts are focused. Our form is good. We're ready to go. All right, so I've put together a super quick warm-up for us. I've tried to put in some new exercises, some new mini flows that you haven't seen before to keep it quick, keep it fun, keep it effective. So if you're ready to get started, all you will need is yourself, your body, a bit of room to move around. Each exercise will flow into the next, so do your best to keep up, but don't worry if you fall behind. As long as you're moving, you're good to go. So otherwise, if you're ready to get started, make sure to shoot me a thumbs up and let's get into it. Getting into our warm-up, as a reminder, each exercise will flow into the next, so do your best to keep up, but don't worry if it takes you a second or two to kind of get into the next position, figure out what we're doing. As long as you are moving, your body is warming up, your blood is pumping. That is the goal of this warm-up. All right, so we're gonna be getting started in just about 20 seconds. If you gotta grab a last minute towel, tissue, water bottle, whatever you gotta do it now. Our first exercise will be an alternating step jack. So we're gonna get into that in a sec, all right, but there's no rush. Remember, as long as you're moving, as long as you're feeling warm, the heart is pumping, the muscles are moving, we're good to go. Starting things off though with that step jack, right heck and now, we're gonna be stepping side to side, bringing the arms overhead as we step our leg out to the side. I'm starting at a nice slow pace, but as we go through, feel free to speed this up a little bit, focusing on which muscles you're feeling, getting that blood moving, and feeling good. Moving to our next exercise, we're going to get into a nice wide stance and go from a side stretch, feeling that stretch all the way along your side, bringing it back, then reaching with both arms forward as we sit back at the hips, feeling that stretch all the way up the hamstrings. Continue with me, alternating side to side as we go. Alright, and like that, we're going to step it to the side and we're going to continue with that step jack. We're just facing the side because we're going to be going into some exercises that are honestly a little bit easier for you to see if I turn to the side. And you know, it keeps it warm up fresh. It keeps it fun. For now, just keep it moving with me. Let's feel those shoulders getting warmed up. Let's feel those legs getting warmed up. All right, next up, we're going to go into a cross deadlift tap. So feet hip width apart, sitting back at the hips, reaching the opposite arm to the opposite toe. You don't have to keep your legs perfectly straight. You don't have to go all the way to the ground. Just make sure that we're sitting back at those hips. We're getting a little rotation each time we go down. And we're feeling that nice stretch through our legs, to our low back a little bit. Next stretch we're going to go into is the same thing, but this time when we lower, we're going to drop our bum down into a squat, then reach with this free arm up for a squat and reach. All right, from there reverse the motion, bring it back up, switch sides, squat down, reach up, opening through the chest and shoulder, reverse the motion, and repeat, alternating side to side with me. From there, we're going to be going into is a crouch. So crouch it down with me onto the ground. We're going to take a big step back into a high lunge, keeping that toe flexed, feeling the stretch through the front of the hip flexor. Drop the knee, open on up, feeling that stretch through the hip, through the back, through the shoulder, through the chest. Bring it down, reverse the motion, bring it back in, and switch to the other side. Repeating this as we go. Switching sides, feeling that stretch. From there, what I want you to do is step your leg out to a nice high plank. From here, we're going to come down into a Cobra, feeling that stretch through your belly and your back. Control the lower. And then we're going to press with one arm while extending the other and roll it over for a rollover chest opener. Feeling that in the stretch. Whew. Bring it back. Cobra, flex the toes, back to plank. Repeat, alternating side to side as we go. Alright, from there what I want you to do is come onto your hands and knees for me, and we're going to do arm circle, rock it back, so put your bum on your heels, sway, sway, feeling a nice stretch through those lats. Alright, before bringing it back, and repeating, arm circle, sit it back, sway, and repeat. Alright, from here we're going to stand our hands and knees, but now we're going to shift the emphasis to a bit of glute and upper body. So with me, I want you to extend your opposite leg with your opposite arm, bend them to the side, bring it back down, repeat on the other side, alternating as we go. here, what we're going to do is step those feet back out to a full plank for me. Lock the hands up, stand it up, walk them back forward. We're gonna finish this warm up with an inchworm.
In the front row, kicking back old school tracks like damn. Can't get enough of this mode, like I don't even know where I am. Ooh, baby, get hyped to the beat, let's go, cause this is our jam. This is our jam. Let's go.
All right, and like that, you should be feeling warmed up. You should be feeling like we're not stiff, we're not so sore no more. Our muscles, our joints, our minds, they're all primed for the workout ahead. All right, so now's a great time to grab a towel, grab a tissue, do what you gotta do, run to the bathroom, whatever it is before you start your workout. If there are any additional stretches or maneuvers you'd like to do before we get started, do that now. Otherwise, I'll see you in our workout.